Welcome, Dermot.
Hey, how you doing?
Doing good.
Looking good right there in quarantine. Where are you right now?
Oh, I'm in mid-city Los Angeles. Thank you. I put on a shirt and, remember Ted Baxter, Mary Tyler Moore show, that whole joke about what he was wearing?
Yeah.
It's been going on for decades, but now that is funny again.
Pants are optional on our show.
Yes.
Kermit. Perfect.
Yes. Nice top.
Rocking the flops and everything down here, of course.
Mara and I were talking. You've been in some incredible movies with the most unbelievable love interest of all time. Give us one word to describe some of your love interests. Let's start with My Best Friend's Wedding. You had to choose between Julia Roberts and Cameron Diaz.
It wasn't my choice. I didn't write it, but I didn't have a choice as written. Really, the whole reason one of the main reasons that tension in that movie works and why it's funny and why Julia is such a good choice is that I don't choose her. Was never planning on choosing her, right? Wasn't I madly in love with Kimmy?
Yes,
And
Kimmy.
just had blinders on for that. And it was true love above expectations of your best friend. I'm not defending anybody this far into the race, but I didn't do anything wrong, people.
Family Stone, you had to choose between Claire Danes and Sarah Jessica Parker.
I had to choose between Sarah Jessica Parker and Claire. Of course, it was heart-rendering. But that movie is so beautifully crafted with that cast. And I couldn't say enough about Family Stone. It's not that it was unexpected for me, but we all know it's become this remarkable, mainly holiday movie that is just going to remain perennial now. It's amazing. Didn't see that coming, but I knew we were making a great movie with those people. Craig Nelson, Diane Keaton, the list really goes on and on.
Such classic movies that remain timeless. What is it about you, Dermot, that you think these women want to fight over, that you get cast in these roles?
Duke it out.
I don't know. You tell me, Mario. But I've just really been blessed with these parts. I don't know. I think sometimes being a nice guy does help.
But I like to think
that is to say, I've done my best to be a nice guy, and to what kind of luck, I don't know. Some of it's bred in, some of it you make yourself. Even my very first thing where I was signed by an agent, I was signed because I was really prepared. At that moment, I just happened to have a scene from a play that was up to speed. And so if it hadn't even, I'd have made my way here some other how. I know that now.
Sure.
But even the first turn is just a matter of having your feet under you when that opportunity presents itself.
You're exactly right.
What about on Friends? You were a great guest star on that. Was it Gavin? What was your name? Your Jennifer Aniston's boyfriend?
It was Gavin. I had
Gavin.
Gavin for several decades, and then Friends did this thing where it showed up on Netflix, and everybody on the planet watched it. So I suddenly, this is a couple years, 3 years ago, I was being stopped on the street as Gavin. To me, it did take me the first time before I knew when I had played a Gavin. That's all. I was only there 3 episodes. I know I've made my public mea culpas for not taking the other 3 episodes that they offered me. Can you imagine?
Oh,
What?
wow.
What would have happened? You could have been with Rachel.
Bad judgment. I think there were scheduling issues, but I've since learned that those just get worked out and you do both. But yeah, I don't have many regrets, and that's not even one.
Small one.
Turns out people wanted to see some Gavin. I didn't know. I underestimated the power of that show, even when it was a top show when I did it. Because sometimes you don't see them.
Yeah.
You don't see the impact and they have until they have it, and it takes them several decades to have it. Like a couple of the movies you mentioned. It's not that I didn't think they were great movies. You just have no way of knowing what's going to really last.
No, it is interesting. That's a fun fact, by the way, about Friends. And then you were speaking about, and I apply to the same philosophy, just being a nice guy, I think obviously helps with you landing a lot of those romantic leads. But ironically, in your show, Hannah, which is action-packed, I love that your character is described as an approachable villain.
Right. Well, so maybe some of those good guy parts I did have added up to bank that I can use to really stick it. With this sort of, we've seen a nice guy type of villain. I love David Farr's version of it here. He wrote Hannah the film, and then of course wrote and directed this now the second season on Prime Video of Hannah 2, as we like to call it. And he just handed me an incredible character. Of course, I even want to like bear down a little bit on being bad, and he just said, "Just hang on, it'll happen." So as the story developed, the character really took on a shape that I couldn't. It was happening. You know, it was great to see it, be a part of the process of making a show like that.
Dermot, Mario just put me in his Christmas movie, so I'm an actor now. And I have to say, I didn't know you have to do the lines over, and I'm used to live TV. You have to do them like 20 times from different angles. Mario was the total pro.
Right?
Yeah.
Your job, I've said this each time I've come to see you guys, I think it's the hardest one in Hollywood, to every morning have to, sure you have the questions written or guidelines of how to guide the conversation, but the stuff you guys have to extemporaneously make up out of your own head right while you're talking, that is super hard. We take it for granted. They write my lines down for me. I try really hard to get them just right, and then we go back and we try again to get it even a little better. You guys, one shot, that show, that's it. If you mess it up or stumble, you move on. It's incredible. And you guys are unheralded heroes, especially in a time like now where people need entertainment in their home reliably more than ever. So thanks.
Oh, I appreciate the kind words. That's so nice of you. But by the way, to Hoover's point right there, she killed the part. And I think if you ever need a shady character on the show, she is going to nail it. She looks all nice and everything, but she's got that approachable villain vibe as well.
Totally.
This is what
you need a Slim Shady. I'm your girl. Mario's right.
So good. Well, that's the new bad guy is the old good guy, or somebody will pick up the way.
I love it. Hey, Dermot, man. It was nice catching up with you. Congrats on the show. Thank you so much for taking the time. And listen, you guys, catch season 2 of Hannah on Amazon now. And Dermot, thank you so much, my friend.
Thanks, Dermot.